Hello there. Good afternoon. It's Jim. How you doing? It is Wednesday, early October. Autumn has arrived. The weather is changing. It's getting cooler, colder, wetter. The leaves are falling from the trees, and it's that time of year where you turn your attention to new music. And well, I always turn my attention to new music. I realised with some degree of guilt and sorrow, and slightly embarrassingly, that I've only ever listened to one track by the band called The Ocean, which was over 2 years ago, August 2018. And at the time, I was just looking back at it. I said, I really, really want to find out more about this band and go and listen to more. And I kind of didn't. And since then, I have had quite a lot of people asking to listen to more of it. They've literally just had a new record come out in the last week or so, I think. The Ocean Collective. I don't even know how to pronounce this stuff. It's a Phanerozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. I think these are paleontologists. No, what is it? How do you describe it? Anyway, they are sort of time periods, I think, like Jurassic or Cretaceous and things like that. But what I've got here is Triassic. So it's another one of those. So you've got Jurassic, Cretaceous, Triassic. It's a time period of the dinosaurs. So that's what I'm going to listen to. I did think about doing today. I was going to do another episode of Dusty Old Grooves because, as you know, I have a lot of records here, and I really fancied sort of spinning some vinyl, which I kind of do most days anyway. And I will never think about sort of setting up the camera to do it. But what I want to do when I do this, I think, will be a little bit of live after death, because there is no better live album than this. This is my absolute favourite live record of all time. And I haven't had this on record. I used to have it on record when I was a kid, and somewhere along the line I lost it. And I got this 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's obviously second-hand jobby off eBay. Giving it a clean. It's sounding good. And what I want to do is go do the second side, the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, Power Slave, and Number of the Beast, which is it's the best bit of this. Anyway, that's another time. Not for today. Today is all about the ocean. So, yes, I listened to... what was the song called I listened to before? The Firmament. That was it. So... I really, 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 really enjoyed it. I mean, I genuinely did, and as is the case with all the music I discover on the channel, I want to go and listen to more of it, and just finding the time to do it, finding the time. So here we go. This is the next song. This is Triassic. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, bosh. Properly. Most excellent. Some electronic pulse there.
Disconnected, and yes, I get it, but there is just no point in further confrontation. Dysfunctional communication skills, you undermine a mutual resolution strategy with your condescending, patronizing habitus of false modesty. You feel so disconnected, and yes, I get it, but there is just no point in further confrontation. Dysfunctional communication skills, you undermine a mutual resolution strategy with your condescending, patronizing habitus of false modesty.
Bring it. With your condescending, patronizing habitus of false modesty. You feel so disconnected, and yes, I get it, but there is just no point in further confrontation. Dysfunctional communication skills, you undermine a mutual resolution strategy with your habitus of false modesty. A little bit there sounds like it's almost Osric Tentacle. Quite an extraordinary blend of different styles and influences in here. Oh, that's good. Really good. interesting rhythmic patterns.
Stretching to the horizon, black trees, and monuments to compassion. You wandering under yourself across this arena. You're wandering under yourself, your presence is absurd.
So there we have it, Triassic from the ocean. And that was every bit as good as I remembered it being. So before I started listening to this, I did actually just quickly go back and watch my video from 2 years ago, or was a bit of it. And man alive, haven't I changed? I'm sure you probably have all heard of this band and know it and say, oh yeah, you've been listening to the wrong song, you've got to listen to this one, that sort of stuff. So going back and watching myself listening to it the first time round, I can understand why I really liked it at that time. And rewatching that again reminded myself how good this band is. And to my shame, I didn't follow up and listen to more of it, because this is astonishingly good, really good. I'm loving the sort of the musicality of it. There's a lot of very harsh music and a lot of sort of quite harsh vocals being done, but there are some bands that do it in a cleaner or more musical way than others, and this is a really, really sort of musical way of using that harshness. It's just the texture, the balance between the soft and the melodic, and then the sort of the impact of having the much heavier moments come in and sort of cut across it. It just makes it far more impactful. Last video I did on the channel, I think was a week or so ago, was listening to Meshuggah, and there's no subtlety. I mean, this is technically very impressive and it's great. But what is so good about music like this, the ocean, and it was in both videos that both songs that I've listened to now, so the Firmament and Triassic, is there's this use of dynamics. So sort of starting it at one level and really bringing it in at a totally different, then bringing it back down again, and then so it just makes the heavier bit far more impactful. I suppose if you sort of draw a parallel and sort of think about sort of violence in films or the horror of films and things like that, it's far more scary, or not scary is not the right word, but far more shocking if that isn't on the screen all the time and it suddenly happens. You wait for 45 minutes to an hour into a film before you see something really horrible happen. Then at that point it is just, oh my god, it changes the feel of it altogether. And that's the same with music as well. So if you're able to hold back and don't sort of throw everything at it at once, then you are going to create far more impact and far more interest in a piece of music. And that's what these guys are doing with this. Absolutely applaud this. It's really, really good. And as I have done with a lot of music on the channel, I have since listening to it, I then go and buy it and own it. So on CD or on vinyl. Now I didn't do that in the beginning, so obviously I haven't bought this. So I am going to buy this if I can get hold of it. Really, really, really like it. So if you like it, you do it too. You buy it. The poor bloody musicians need as much help as they can get at the minute. There's no income coming in from anywhere. So whatever you can do, whatever you can spare, and obviously if you've got anything you can spare, because we're all in the same boat as well, aren't we? So, but yeah, do support. And there you go. So, onwards and upwards. I'll see you guys on the next video whenever, and whatever that is. Who knows? I don't think it'll be Ocean, but it might be Billy Ocean. I won't. Until the next time, this is Jim over and